Alright guys, welcome back. Today what we're going to be working on is building out Shark Encounter. So we got Shark Encounter that's going to be right up against the wall right about here. So we'll get that. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Do it like that right there. There we go. And we're going to plant some trees. Some nice dark looming trees. Right along there like that. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to have the little shark shop right here. So there we go. Already got that place down. Sweet. Let's see. Where's the nearest restrooms over here? So we're kind of good on that. So what we're also going to do is we're going to have the shark restaurant, because obviously you have the shark underwater grill that would be available. So we got the marine grill that we will stick right on back here and run the have that run its little, oh good, now what's going on back here? There we go. Have that run its little line way out there as well, so that way people can get their underwater grill experience. So let's go ahead and get this out like that. There we go. We'll get that right to there. We'll get this right to here. There we go. And then we'll obviously put in nice trees and whatnot for the nice looming experience of being underwater with sharks, because it's pretty cool. Alright, there we go. So what we'll also put is a nice little fountain right there, because we can. And then, so we got all that going on. We got a new restaurant for the underwater grill experience. Let's go ahead and find out what we got here. So what else we have is we'll go ahead and get a brand new roller coaster set up. So we'll have it right on the edge right there. We'll get our trees and stuff placed here in a second once I get the restroom placed down right about, move it over, there we go, right there. Got our restroom placed down. What else can we do? We can also put in, leave it at that for right now. We'll get our little line taken on down here by, looks like we gotta do it like that. There we go. So we got that set up now. We'll get this little pathway going along like that. So there we go. So we have that taken care of. Also back here we'll go ahead and put another one of the little areas for the people to come and check out, the workers to be able to come and get some rest. We'll put some palm trees along back here. Then we'll put some tall palm trees right back there. There we go. Then we'll get the rest of our dark and looming scenery placed down right back here, just so that we have all that looking nice. There we go. Get this all filled up here. There we go. Let's see, what else can we do? Back here, what we can have is, let's see, what do we got? Cotton candy store. What we'll do that is we'll put this right back here. And we'll have a nice long and winding little path all the way back there to that. Put some trees, so some scenery back here. There we go. So now we got a nice little cotton candy shop for everybody to come and enjoy. Go ahead and get our trash cans set up all along there. There we go. Which, that's another thing we need to work on, but we'll focus on that a little bit later. So there we go. Got a nice little cotton candy cart there. Let's put down some scenery for Mako here. Let's see, what do we got? There we go. All along the little path line right there. Just fill that up. That looks pretty good. We'll get, we'll make this easy, so that way nobody has to wait. Just 2 people and the ride will go. We'll make it nice and cheap as well. There we go. There we go, just $10 for that ride, and people can come along and try it out. We'll also put in some of our little palm trees right along the little path here, just so it looks real nice. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then what we have is we need to put in the Nautilus Theater, which causes Sucre de la Mar. And what we can do is put it, let's see, it's right on the path. So what we can do is we can put it, let's see, what we're going to do is we're going to widen this out here just a tad there. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 of them. So there is, put this all the way back. There's 1. Get these show prices within a reasonable range here. And then we'll place down number 2, because hey, we got all this space that we need to fill up. Plus also we want to make sure that everybody has a nice comfortable seat and whatnot, so we'll have that taken care of. Plus also we have this empty space that we need to fill, so that works out pretty good. Then what we can do is right back here is we'll have the Shipwreck Rapids right back there, so we'll have this wrap around all the way to right back here. I think we need to move that here just a bit to right about there. There we go. We'll get this set up to right there. There we go. And then have this come all the way around to right there. So that's one spot there for the Shipwreck Rapids. And that's of course fitting in for Infinity Falls. But of course we got the secondary Infinity Falls that we're going to have, which is going to be this right here, which, what is this? This is the Rio Loco. So we can have this sitting right about, if it's sitting right about there, that'll work. We'll get some trees, build that up right along there. There we go. And we'll get this built right over there. There we go. Get our extra little pathway all the way to the back over here. There we go. So now we got multiple rides over here going to be working. So plenty of rides for people to enjoy. I'm slowly getting this park filled out. So we got our Shipwreck Rapids right there. We're also going to go ahead and build something else over here. We'll go ahead and put in a an arcade back here, just so that we're actually bringing people on back. Let's see, we're gonna get this filled up with some nice little looking shrubs. There we go, just shrub everything nice up all the way along here, just so it looks real nice as you're walking along. There we go. Then what we need to do is, obviously we got Infinity Falls 2. What we need is where the original Clydesdales were. We'll put them right here on the corner. Put it back just a little bit. Right there. There we go. And we'll put in some more trees. That's pretty decent. Put those trees right along there. There we go. Put them along there as well. There we go. And technically we could put in a few more stables if we really wanted to, but we're not going to do that. That'd be a bit much. So there we go, some nice trees right there. And we got the Clydesdale Hamlet sitting there, very, very nice, looking good. Alright, so there we go. And now for the pièce de résistance. We need to put in the restaurant, which would be right behind the Clydesdale Hamlet, which will be the Pizza alla Pala. The Pizza and Pasta Cafe, also known as all-you-can-eat pizza and pasta, because who doesn't want all-you-can-eat pizza and pasta? I mean, come on, it's the greatest thing since breadsticks. Oh wait, that kind of goes hand in hand, doesn't it? Well, you get my point. There we go, get this planted around there, looking good. Nice, there we go. So now we got our new pizza restaurant right there. Also go ahead and let's see, what else do we have over here that we can put? We'll put another Shamu shop right there because why ever not? Might as well. Just really build up the park's reputation and everything. Get people coming in. We got more people working and whatnot. Let's see here. We got a pretty sparse section through here without a bathroom, so we'll go ahead and put another one down here just so there is one. We'll also go ahead and put down another worker's shack right there, and we'll run the path on back. We can also run this path forward just a little bit and put down another little eatery way in the back here, so that way we can keep the food tossing a little bit more under control. So get this all nice and built up right there. There we go. We'll get some nice shrubbery and plant that around. There we go. Now we need to start bringing back our light posts here, which we'll continue that on next time. But we need to do some more scenery work here as we continue to get that done. But anyways, that's basically it for today, guys. We got a lot built. We got another ride put in, 3 rides put in, and a bunch of attractions and a bunch of eating areas. So that seems to be working out pretty good. And also we need to start working on redoing our prices here and checking out our finances and stuff. And also probably what we also need to do, now that I'm thinking about it, is with how old some of the section of the parks are, because let's see, how old is this? This is, the building age is 15 days old. So that's, in this game, that's old. Believe me, it's very old for these buildings to be 15 days old. They start breaking down quite a lot. So we might have to start going back and redoing that. Plus also, as you can see, popularity in this area could probably use a redo. So anyways, but basically, we do have scenery work that we need to do and whatnot, and fill in this section with something or other, probably redo this to some degree. But yeah, we basically built out the entire park. Let's see here. Yeah, every building has been used, so it's all been built out very nicely. So that's pretty cool. Is this it for the series? No, we'll probably bring you back for at least a few more videos as we work on doing some redesigns and kind of bringing the park borders in just a little bit, so that way we're not wasting space like this right here. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys here next time with a 20-year-old video game, SeaWorld Tycoon. And thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys here next time. Bye-bye. Taking a look at that. And we're back. Alright guys, in the last episode of building out the Ultimate SeaWorld Orlando, we have placed down every single thing imaginable in this park, and so far it's working out pretty good. So definitely like how the park turned out for the most part, all things considered, and everything is in the park and running as always. So what do we need to do? Well, we need to kind of put down some more scenery on our pathways, so we're going to work on that here for just a second. But what we also need to do is, now that we have the park built, we need to start working on bringing the park's borders in just a tad, so that way we can make sure everybody's getting the best experience possible as they're visiting all the attractions and stuff. Make sure that it's as close as possible to everybody's area and whatnot, because right now things kind of spread out a little bit on the funky side. So if we get a bunch of work done on getting that to be a little bit more uniform, it might help things out altogether. So we'll have to see how we do that, but that's what we're going to end up working on here eventually. Let me get this. Nope, I didn't want to destroy my fountain. My nice Shamu fountain. Bring that back. There we go. Alright, get my light pole back here. There we go. Very good. So right now just getting the scenery kind of fixed with some nice light poles and whatnot. just so that the park looks pretty nice, and with all things considered. There we go, get that done right there. There we go, that's looking pretty good. Trying to match where I put down all these lamps and stuff. There we go. So anyways, the biggest section of the park that we don't really have stuff going on quite as well is right through here. So we kind of need to redo this to some degree and kind of get that fixed. So what we can do is this whole path through here, what we're going to do is delete all of this and we're going to bring it down into here. So we're going to kind of smallify everything here just a bit. So obviously steel eel, which is filling in for pipeline, is going to stay there, of course. So we're going to get all of this deleted here and we're going to rebuild everything a little farther over here. So what we're going to end up doing is we got all this path going on here, so what we're going to do is delete it right there. There we go. And this whole section of the park is going to go arrivederci. Going to remove it from existence, basically. It never existed. And then we're going to bring all of that stuff and redesign it and put it down right in this section and this section over here. And bring up our numbers, but also make it so it's a little bit closer tied together and whatnot. So that's what we're going to end up doing here. So let me get this kind of deleted here for the moment. See, this should be next on the knockdown list. There we go. Slowly getting this taken care of. Get all that scenery taken out here for the most part. We'll leave most of this at the moment here, as that's some pretty nice scenery in the front of the park. Looks pretty good. Make sure all these people are getting out of here. So right now they're all stuck on the path. So once we totally delete the path, then they start figuring out that they can go other places and don't have to stand on the path line. It's basically like Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, really, just with how the logic of the visitors and guests are. Make sure we put our grass back because I'm tearing it up right now. Stay off the grass. Don't mess with my grass. There we go. So all those people are going to cycle their way back to where they need to be. And what we're going to do is, now that we got all of this taken care of, is we're going to put this right here. There we go. And we're going to put in some nice flowers all the way around this place here. There we go. Get that nicely put. And we're going to put this all around right there. There we go. That looks good. I'm going to put in some fountains right on back here. That'll look nice. Put this right there to get a little sound system in. So there we go. That kind of fills in that spot, which was kind of empty, so that's nice. And then what we're going to do is right in here, we're going to build the haunted lighthouse. That's going to be right there. Let's see, what else did we have going on? You can also put in another shopping center right here, because why not? Might as well. And we're going to move that back just a little bit. Let's see here. Right there. That works. That'll take up some good space. Place that right there. And we're going to put some nice luxury fountains around the path here, as it's a luxury shop and everything. The Super Duper Emporium. Make sure we get our Shamu fountain right there, and also our little sound system. So there we go, the ultimate shop, the Shamu's Emporium. Make sure you check it out. Not only can you shop, but you can also get wet at the same time. Hey! That is pretty cool, actually. Nice idea. And we're going to put in some trees right along here. There we go. So we got some trees in there. We got our little area that's going to be right over here for our ports of call. We're going to redesign that once I remember which button I hit to go to the path. Good night. Forgot what it was. There we go. So now we got the Haunted Lighthouse 4D experience back up and running. So we get that worked on here. Come on. There we go. Get that decently priced. And of course, we gotta have some spooky trees. Yeah, some spooky trees all along there, like, because it's spooky. And then of course we'll just put in some normal trees right along here as well. And what we'll do is also switch up the trees so we don't have the same tree populated. There we go. That looks better. But yeah, the spooky Haunted Lighthouse 4D experience. Gotta make sure everybody enjoys that. So what we can also do is you can put in some restaurants right along here and whatnot. Let's see, do we have anything extra that we can put in over here that would work with the ports of call? Obviously, we'll put down the aquarium right here because we got the ports of call area. Let's see, let me redo this here. And we'll fill this in just off the path line, so like this right here, there we go. So this right all off of the main path, this is going to be the ports of call area, and we're going to have everything kind of lined up along there, just so we have it separated from the main path, and have it all the way down to right about there. That'll work. So there we go, ports of call area, we'll put in some trees to kind of block off the area. We actually put in some shrubs first. Where's my shrubs? There we go. So keep the shrub line going on through here. And then we'll put in our trees. Now just block off the side so you can have those nice private events that you're able to rent out the ports of call area for, of course. And also get our tree line continuing on through there. There we go. Get those trees in. There we go. Very good. So we got that all nice and separated out. So let's go ahead and put in our little aquarium section right about there. So there's the aquarium. It's going to be back there for those private events. We're also going to put in the private eatery, which will be the pizza parlor, so that'll be back there. Also go ahead and put in that bathroom. Gotta make sure you have your bathrooms in there, because if you don't, well, things don't go quite as planned. So there's the bathroom. Let's see, what else can we put in back here for the private events that will take place? Let's see here. Go ahead and put in another shop right there, just so that people can buy the extra special behind the scenes merchandise, because why not? What else can we put back here? Let's see. Also, technically they do have a behind the scenes, or back behind, they do have some flamingos that are kind of hidden that you can't really see, so we'll get that place down there. That'll work. Put in some palm trees around that. And of course, for that we'll put in another little shop area right there. And we'll put another information desk right there. And we'll also end up putting in one of the little workshops right there as well. And then what we'll do is we'll get those trees and bring those on around like that. So now we have the ports of call area all filled in, and you get that special event area taking place all throughout the park right there. We'll also put in some more scenery here as well. Get that taken care of. There we go. That looks a bit better. And we'll also go ahead and fill this little section in right here. There we go. That looks decent. Get some trees to block off the direct sight. And there we go. We have that all nice and taken care of for the most part. Now we just need to put in the rest of our scenery, and basically we have completed the park. Obviously, there's just tons you can do, honestly. Now that you've got everything placed down, you can go through, reconfigure the park. You can double up on everything that's in the park. I mean, there's a lot that you can end up doing with the park and just really have a lot of fun. So it ends up being quite a time waster game that really is a ton of fun. And really do enjoy this game. Lots and lots of fun for sure. So definitely cool that I was able to get it to work properly, and definitely nice that once I figured out that the stupid mini-map was causing the majority of my problems, able to get that fixed. That really cool to be able to see this game come back to life and actually work. So really neat. So do like that quite a bit. So as I said, there's just I remember it's like basically what I would do is like basically real estate. Yeah. So real estate in this game is what I'd end up doing. So just building out all these sections. So like the dolphin area would be the high Ritz area with all the palm trees and stuff. And then you'd have the battles of the restaurants. Because what I'd do is I'd come into, let me see, what section do I go into? Let's see here. Come into this here, and then I'd hit food. And then what I'd do is basically I'd just watch this the whole time, this whole area, and whatever was the worst performing restaurant, I would go then and it would go out of business. It was a lot of fun doing that. And I mean, the park was huge. I mean, absolutely massive, because I mean, you'd have like all 5 restaurants right next to each other, and then all the other attractions packed into the park. I just remember that was a ton of fun. Really a fun game. So yep, I do like it. Very cool. Nice to have it working again, and definitely neat to be able to see. We'll have to do at some point, we'll have to work on doing all the challenges, because I think that would be kind of fun. You can see right here this the entry to the park's getting kind of crowded, so we might have to redo that at some point here, but I'm not sure if we'll come back to this. But this is going to be the end of at least building the ultimate park. I'm not sure if it's the end of us coming back to this map and working on stuff, but definitely the end of building out the ultimate SeaWorld Orlando, because we got basically everything done on that, and I definitely enjoyed it. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this retro game, playing a game from 20 years ago, and we'll see you guys here next time with another video on the Combustion Gamer 2 channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye bye.